Directives. So Screaming Frog's directives report helps us look at some different directives at the page level. And a lot of times it's just to help identify issues that we have or to see sort of what sort of SEO related elements have been implemented. For this example, we're going to look at an e-commerce site because it's a little more relevant for that. And we'll go through some of the things this report provides. So for each URL, we get a number of elements, such as, is a canonical set, some other things as far as like whether the page is going to be indexed or not indexed. The best way to really approach this report is to use the filters. So our first filter would be canonical. So we could look at any URL which has a canonical set. With a lot of content management systems, by default, pages are going to canonical themselves. We can also look at it from the other side and say, well, which pages are being canonicalized? So in this particular example, it's an e-commerce site. We can see this is actually a product category page. And a lot of times adding, if the products are going to be sorted in different order, for example, there'll be some sort of parameter added to the URL. So we can see that, when the product order is set, we can look and see how that canonical is being handled. And in our particular content management system, it's being handled correctly because it's just pointing back to the original category page. So we can see, with this particular page has several different addresses, potentially all of which they're canonicalizing back to sort of that root page, which is exactly what we want. So one use is to make sure that the canonical pages are being handled correctly. Some other things we could look at is, maybe certain pages are accidentally set to being no indexed. That can happen sometimes. So we could just set that filter, no follows. So there's a number of other different filters that you'd want to check. If there's specific issues you're looking for, you could just jump right to that, or just generally going through these and sort of getting a high level view of how things are being handled within the content management system to determine whether, any big changes need to be made.